I'm a giant and this is like a mini fridge. To be fair, my fridge is a small fridge, but something looks wrong in the video. Hey everyone, so today I thought I would do a little what's in my fridge video. I feel like you guys are always asking what I typically buy in a week for groceries or what I like to keep stocked in my fridge. I don't really feel like I get anything too crazy, but definitely a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables and potatoes, starches, whole foods. Those are always like kind of my priorities when I go grocery shopping. I typically get groceries about once a week. Normally what I do actually is grocery at home, like delivery, which is amazing. I live in downtown Toronto and there's not a ton of, I mean, there are grocery stores, but like the big grocery stores are kind of out of the way. I don't have a car, so it's kind of inconvenient to like get a ton of groceries and be walking home with them. Luckily though, there are a ton of at-home delivery options, which is amazing. It's a lifesaver. I love it. It is so worth it in my opinion. I normally do Walmart grocery delivery, which Walmart has truly unbeatable prices. I'm obsessed with it. It has been like a huge game changer. On occasion, I will do Instacart, and Instacart's good because you can kind of pick what store you want to shop from, so that way you're not like stuck to just Walmart products. So kind of depending on what I'll need, I'll use that sometimes. But for the most part, I do Walmart because the prices are super cheap and it's really convenient. That being said, obviously due to quarantine, a lot of those like grocery delivery services aren't really happening. So groceries have definitely been a little interesting. I actually did a trip recently to the St. Lawrence Market here in Toronto, which I don't go to that often anymore, although I love it there, and I got a bunch of fresh groceries there. But yeah, some things are a little different. Like for example, I got pineapple that's like pre-cut in the little plastic container, whereas normally I would just get like a fresh pineapple that I would cut myself. But obviously we've got limited quantities, so we're working with what we got here. Either way, I thought it'd be worth it to show you guys what I have. And yeah, this is a fridge that is stocked for one human. It's just me eating this food. And I feel like I eat quite a bit of like fresh fruits and vegetables. Like I go through it pretty easily. And I typically am pretty good and conscious of using like what's gonna go bad first. So I find I don't actually have that much food waste ever. I hate wasting food. It's like a huge pet peeve of mine. So I'll pretty much do anything to not waste food. Anyways, enough talking. Let's go into the fridge. Hold up, before we get started, I did want to thank today's video sponsor, Squarespace. You guys know I'm obsessed with Squarespace. It's what I use to run my website. It really is an all-in-one platform that helps you build a beautiful website, helps you build your online presence, and really it just helps you run your business. So you can head to squarespace.com/JaclynForbes to get 10% off your first order, but we'll chat more about that later. Okay, so let's, I've got fingerprints all over this. See, you can tell I really didn't stage this for you guys. My mom's not gonna be happy or proud of me when she sees that. Sorry, Mom, I'll clean it later. Oops. Okay, here's my fridge. Oh, this feels kind of wrong to just keep my fridge open for so long and having all this cold air leak out. We're gonna do it for the video. This definitely feels a little wrong, but okay, we'll keep it open. Okay, this is my fridge. Don't know if this is a ton of food, not a lot of food. I don't really know. I just stock my fridge how it feels right. Anyways, we're gonna start off. Let's do the middle section. This feels kind of right. Do we want to zoom in? Will a zoom in help you guys? Okay, we could do that. Okay, so the middle section here, I've got my Brita. I'm not opposed to drinking tap water, although apparently Toronto's tap water isn't very clean, so I shouldn't be doing that. But I actually really like room temperature water. That's my ideal water. So sometimes water right out of the fridge is just too cold for me. But I guess for filter purposes, a Brita is good to have. Then I've got some fresh berries. I'm obsessed. Blueberries are probably one of my favorite. Oh, what did I just drop? Blueberries are probably one of my favorite fruits ever. I pretty much eat those every single day, whether it's on oatmeal or for like a snack later at night. And then same things, I've got a bunch of blackberries here. These were the ones that were fresh from the St. Lawrence Market, so they're extra good and local and all the good stuff. And then here is my lovely pineapple that I clearly am missing a big chunk out of. I love pineapple, and I once ate so much pineapple that I actually like burned my tongue from all the acid. But pineapple is just one of those fruits. Oh, actually there's not a lot of fruit that I don't like. The only fruit that I don't really like is raspberries, which I know is super uncommon because everyone's like, yo, raspberries are the best fruit ever. And it's not that I hate them, but they're probably my least favorite. They don't do it for me, but I'm trying to build my tolerance up. You will see in the side, I have raspberry jam because I'm trying to eat them more so I like them more. I just don't appreciate them as much as I know I should. Then I just have a mason jar of coffee here. This is what I made in my French press. I obviously though don't drink the entire French press in one go. So I'll normally fill up a mason jar. Normally it's about halfway full and then I'll use it for the next 2 days and either have iced coffee or sometimes I'll even heat it up. It doesn't bother me, but I'm not like a coffee snob. I've got pretty low standards when it comes to coffee. But yeah, I don't mind if I just kind of keep it in the fridge and then make it from there. Now, one staple in my kitchen is definitely always having soy milk. I use it for baking, cooking, for just like breakfast and oatmeals, things like that. I love soy milk. Soy milk or oat milk is definitely a kitchen essential for me. Okay, then moving up here, this one's a little more random. We've got a bunch of Brussels sprouts. Right now, I'm in a huge baked Brussels sprout phase. Like I'll just cut them in half, do a bit of olive oil on them, salt, pepper, Actually, I've been adding a roasted garlic maple glaze, which I picked up at the market. Shout out to Everything Maple. The guy there was really lovely and he sold me on the product. Anyways, I've been putting that on my Brussels sprouts, baked Brussels sprouts. I'm telling you, I like them super crispy too, like almost charred. They're just so delicious to me. This was actually like 2 days ago when I went grocery shopping. It was like up to here and I've already eaten like over half of the Brussels sprouts that I got. Just got a lemon in here. I feel like I'm always using like lemons to add to recipes or add to my water. Just got some hummus back here. This one actually is almost done and needs to be thrown out. This is the pine nut hummus. I love hummus. Oh, I've got some Baysel vegan butter here, which is really good and affordable. It's much more affordable than the Earth Balance butter, which I keep over here. Now, I think the Earth Balance butter is a bit more similar in texture to butter. It's a bit thicker and a bit like saltier. And so it kind of depends like what I'm doing. If I'm just having toast with butter, I'll normally put this butter on. But if I'm like adding butter to a recipe, I'll normally use the cheaper Baysel butter. I just like to have both options. Back here, I have a bunch of roasted beets, which what I've been doing lately is kind of pickling them, and I'll bake them in the oven and then add them to a jar and pickle them. Of course, I've got maple syrup. I'm Canadian. I literally put maple syrup on everything, so of course I have to have that. Got some natural peanut butter here. Just got some dipping sauces that are opened, some pickled carrots and pickled onions because I'm on a pickling journey, and then some tahini back there, which I feel like tahini is something that I don't go through very quick, but I'm always grateful that I have it in my fridge because I use it in so many different recipes. Okay, and then moving down to the bottom here, I've got some carbonated water, which I actually don't like anything fizzy or carbonated, so I don't even know why I had that. I think I had that for like guests over at my house one time and I never used it. I have a bunch of fresh Lush face masks, which is really too many. I will never be able to use all of these in time, but I was doing a Lush kind of, a Lush face mask experiment, let's say. I filmed a whole video on it, so I'll link it up above in case you guys want to watch. But I kind of fell back in love with the Lush face masks and I had a super fun time trying them all out. But now I have so many of them and they're gonna expire in like 2 days, so I think I just need to smother my body in these. That's maybe the solution. Now I've got some open baking soda back here, which I didn't know this was a thing, but my mom said that this is what you should put in your fridge to make your fridge not smell. This has been in here for I think the past year, and I guess it works. My fridge doesn't have an odor, so shout out to you, Mom. Then I just have some other Tupperware containers. I've got a peanut sauce that I made for some noodles that I made the other night. I have some little veggies, some pepper and carrot cut up in there. Then I have some pre-washed baby kale, which is really convenient to just kind of like make a little salad. It's pretty much ready to go. Actually, I'll probably eat that in like a half an hour because I haven't had lunch yet, and that sounds delicious. Then I've just got some romaine lettuce back there that still needs to be washed. I'm actually curious. Sometimes I don't know what the move is with vegetables. Do you guys recommend washing all of your vegetables first and then putting everything like washed in your fridge? Because I always hear that if you wash your vegetables, especially like your lettuces right away, then they'll go bad quicker. So normally I don't wash them until I need my vegetables, but I don't know. Is there a thing about that? Please advise down below in the comments. Okay, so there is a bunch of things going on in here. Fruit and veggies. I've got some ginger, an onion, a bunch of carrots, eggplant, cucumber, spring green onions, asparagus back there. Got some peppers. Oh my god, these pears are amazing. I love a brown pear like this. Honeycrisp apples, those are my fave. Some lemons. I think that's pretty much everything in there. Oh, there's also a single blood orange. Actually, I should eat that. That sounds good. So that is the bulk of everything. I'm gonna show you guys now on the side all these little things. Oh, actually, this is funny. Okay, so everyone makes fun of me for this. So I have a bowl here, like a dish that I normally have like bananas in. My pineapple will normally be sitting in there, and now like tomatoes, potatoes, things like that. I don't have a lot of like kitchen counter space in here. I have a pretty small little condo. So I just use the extra, space on top of my TV kind of unit. And there's always a weird array of fresh fruits and veg. So right now I have some cherry tomatoes, some baked tomatoes, and a few little potatoes. So that is a fun little quirk about my house. Okay, now moving on to the side here, I just have a few different like chili relishes. Chili relishes? No, that's a charred pineapple relish. And then a pepper and onion relish. And I sometimes will make little like cracker hors d'oeuvre moments with those. Then I've got that butter I was talking about. Now in here, this is my stash of fresh hot sauce. You guys know I talk about Fresh here in Toronto. It's like a restaurant. There's like 4 or 5 of them here in Toronto. And actually they just opened up a Fresh in LA. So if you're in LA, go eat at Fresh. It is my favorite restaurant of all time. Anyways, that's a total side note. They're hot. Oh, you can't even see what I'm talking about. This is bad camera work, Jaclyn. Anyways, their hot sauce is literally incredible. I'm obsessed with it. I've also got some capers over there, which I always thought capers were like a fish. I don't know, whenever I would see it in a restaurant, like in the list of ingredients, I'd be like, oh, capers, that's a fish. Turns out capers aren't fish, so that's interesting. And then, you know, we just have a beautiful array of different condiments, jams. I've got this amazing strawberry homemade jam that my aunt made. Shout out to my Aunt Lee. And then I've got some liquid smoke back there. That's really good for kind of marinating like tempeh or making like coconut bacon, something like that. Sunflower seed butter. I have a lot of people in my life who are allergic to nuts, and it's actually really unfortunate because I eat peanut butter and mixed nuts, and it's like a staple in my diet. I eat them literally every single day. But I like to have a sunflower seed, a nut-free kind of butter option, so if my friends are over. And then I've got a bunch of different, you know, olives, some hot banana peppers, some salsas, this amazing roasted garlic maple balsamic marinade glaze thing that I've been using, ketchups, mustards, flax oil. I use flax oil actually in a ton of different salad dressing recipes. I love the flavor that it adds. And I also have some tamari, which is like a soy sauce. And yeah, that's pretty much everything in the actual fridge. Okay, let's close that before I have an electricity bill that is absolutely insane. Wow, I almost just completely forgot to show you the freezer, and the freezer is important. You know, there's a lot of goods in there. So I always have a loaf of bread in my freezer. You guys know bread is my favorite food of all time, and especially when it's just me, I don't go through a loaf like if it's out on the counter fast enough, so I don't mind just like freezing it, and I'll just kind of thaw it in my toaster. And yeah, that is the move. I've also got some cookies in here that I'm just freezing to, you know, make them last longer. And then I've got some Haagen-Dazs ice cream, some ice cube trays. Then this middle drawer is more of like dinner kind of savory food. So I've got some frozen broccoli, some frozen Brussels sprouts, peas, and I have a bunch of the Gardein, like little kind of frozen, kind of like tofu, proteiny meals. I'm just kind of having a lazier night. So I've got some of the golden fillets. I've got the beefless ground. There's some veggie chicken fingers, some chicken sliders, and some crispy chicken. Obviously, these are all vegan. And then there's also some garlic in the bottom there. You know what? I heard that you're supposed to put garlic in the freezer because, you know what? Now I don't remember why. I don't know if it's supposed to last longer or preserve the flavor. I feel like my foods teacher when I was in grade 10 cooking class told me that, so I just always do that. I don't know if that's a thing. Maybe I should keep it in my cupboard. Guys, please let me know. Okay, in the bottom drawer here is normally smoothie ingredients. So I've got a ton of frozen bananas right now. They're perfect for banana ice cream, putting in smoothies, or even just thawing out and using them in banana bread. You guys know how I feel about banana bread. I've also got some wild blueberries. There's some acai, some frozen pineapple, peaches, mango, you know, just the good old smoothie ingredients. But yes, frozen goods are definitely very important. You can't forget about those. Now, I'm not gonna go over like every single morsel of food that's like in my pantry, but I'll kind of give you like the rundown of like, again, my staples, so that way if you guys are kind of creating a shopping guide, or if you're newly plant-based and you're like, what should I buy at the store? Hopefully this will give you some inspo. So again, I don't really have a lot of cupboard space, so I use part of this as my pantry. I know this looks insane, it's a bit of a mess. And then I also use another cupboard over there. So in this drawer, this is kind of like my breakfast slash snack cupboard. So I have a bunch of, chocolate chips. I've also got a ton of different protein bars and some like cookies, snacks. These are some Go Macro bars, which I've been loving the Go Macro bars. They're so good. And then basically everything up here is like my oatmeal kind of go-to. So I've got some oats, I've got some sunflower seeds, mixed nuts, raisins, cranberries, chia seeds, flax seeds, some crackers, some steel cut oats, and then some nutritional yeast. Space is very tight in this place, and it's hard because I think I'm like a natural hoarder. Like I like to collect things, but the beauty of living in a small condo is that you can't hoard things. You have to be very minimal. Well, maybe not minimal. I don't know if this counts as minimal. But you have to definitely streamline what you have. And it's good because it forces me to clean out my fridge a lot and clean out my cupboard and make sure that I don't have any food that I'm not using, you know? And I also just keep a bunch of coffees and teas and vitamins and things like that at the very top, but nothing too exciting. Nothing that you guys want to see. And then my final pantry up here is more of like my staples, like my canned goods and my pastas, beans. I've got all my oils and vinegars, things like that. Some baking ingredients, flours, coconut flours, sugars. I've got pancake mix, sesame oil, some peanut butters, other types of noodles and rice, a lot of grains, Amy soups. I love my Amy soups. What else is back here? Sometimes I have to be careful because if I move one thing, it'll knock everything else over. So it's like a bit of a Jenga fit. Actually, yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just more rice and pastas back there. There's some canned corn in there. And yeah, these are literally just a ton of canned beans. beans. Wow. So that pretty much shows you the staples in my diet. So I hope you guys found this video useful. Definitely let me know what your vegan kitchen / pantry fridge staples are, because I would love to know. Also, let me know if you guys do want to see like a proper grocery haul video. Definitely could do that, like a live unboxing for my grocery bags. Yeah, that is my fridge. Those are the things that I eat. If you guys do want to see what I typically eat in a day, I have a whole series of my what I eat in a day videos. So I'll link that whole playlist up above and you can check it out and see what recipes I like to make and what food I like to make as a little plant-based gal, you know? Oh, hello. It's just me again. I want to chat to you guys a little bit more about Squarespace. You guys know I think Squarespace is incredible. I talk about it all the time. What I really like about Squarespace is that it really is designed for any purpose. No matter what your website is about, what you're planning on doing with it, it supports all major content types, whether it's pages, galleries, blogs, commerce. It really does it all. Now, spoiler alert, you guys know I have no background in graphic design or building a website or coding or any of that stuff, but really with Squarespace, you don't need to know it all. They have templates and it's really user-friendly. I find the interface super easy and intuitive. I can go in there and make edits and revisions, add new pages, and it's not rocket science. It's really easy to use and really anyone can do it. So if you've been thinking about making a website, definitely check out Squarespace. I think it's incredible. You can go to squarespace.com/JaclynForbes and get 10% off your first purchase of a website or a domain. Anyways, thanks guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. That always helps me out. And leave a comment, follow, do all the things, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.